One of the last places you would probably look for freshwater on Earth is beneath the ocean, which is full of salt. We're currently about 25 to 30 miles off the coastline. We have about 160 feet of water beneath us. And then we're drilling down another 300 feet and we're starting to see water that doesn't look like an ocean. It has much less salt in the ocean, almost to the definition of freshwater. So 1 part per 1,000 salt we've discovered.
So what we're learning here in New England this summer, we can apply to other areas to put this understanding in a global context, which is really important when you think about by 2030, 60% of the world's population won't have continuous access to fresh water.
One of the ideas is 20,000 years ago, there was a large ice sheet above us, and that ice sheet was melting at the bottom and it pushed that fresh water down beneath the continental shelf. Then sea level rose when those glaciers melted and trapped all that fresh water. Another hypothesis is in the geological past, sea levels have been lower, 300 feet lower. Instead of having 150 feet of water beneath us, this was a beach, and we just had rainwater coming down and seeping into the ground, but now it's been flooded by the ocean.
So this is the first study ever that's hunted for the origin of these freshwaters beneath the ocean. The two most surprising things that we've seen here are, one, that the freshened water is starting at a much shallower depth than we had originally anticipated and ending deeper than we had originally anticipated, indicating that there's probably more freshened water here than we thought 2 months ago before we started this expedition. Another interesting thing that we've seen is everything that we're drilling through, rocks that are tens of millions of years old, are still loose sediments like beach sand and clay that you would buy at a modeling store. And so why haven't these turned into rocks? This might be part of the fluid flow story that explains this freshened water system.
We have to be really careful about trying to understand and think about exploiting these kinds of resources because we just don't understand enough about what the impacts of doing that would be to our main onshore supplies. If we were to start pumping, for instance, is it an isolated body? If it is, then once it's tapped and drained, then it's gone.